Greetings, Reverend Phil here. Thought I'd talk to you today about the elements and invocation and evocation thereof. We're going to start tonight with the earth. We're going to move from earth, air, fire, water, and finish with spirit. You ready? Here we go. Good evening, Reverend Phil here. Thought I'd come in and talk to you a little bit about invocation and evocation, the differences and how they're used in summoning and calling forth the elements. We're going to start by talking a little bit about invocation. I have notes. Invocation. In Western ritual magic, invocation, the Latin verb invocare, to call on, invoke, or to give, are a field involving communicating and interacting with certain incorporeal supernatural spirits. Invocation can take the form of supplication, prayer, or spell. Evocation, meaning in English, the fact of making someone remember or imagine something. An evocation of the bell is an elegant evocation of the past. Evocation is the act of invoking, evoking, calling upon, or summoning a spirit, demon, deity, or other supernatural agent. So they're both basically similar. They both summon, but one brings in, one calls forth. So it says. The main difference is an invocation is more like a prayer, where an evocation is more like a request. You're asking for something in return. Greetings, Reverend Phil here. Thought I'd jump in and throw in a small example of incantation, invocation, or evocation. An invocation of the elements. Air, fire, water, earth, elements of astral birth. I call on you now, attend unto me. In the circle, rightly cast, safe from psychic curse or blast, I call on you now, attend to me. From cave and desert, sea and hill, by wand, cup, and pentacle, I call on you now, attend to me. This is my will, so mote it be. That's an example of invocation of the elements. Example of, let's do an invocation to the goddess. I'm taking these examples from Scott Cunningham's book, Wicca, Guide to a Solitary Practitioner. I highly recommend this book to any beginner. It has a lot of good information and a lot of base information on Wicca. Now, back to the reading. Invocation to the goddess. Crescent one of starry skies, flowered one of fertile plain, flowing one of ocean sighs, blessed one of gentle rain. Hear my chant midst the standing stones, open me to the mystic light, waken me to the silver tones, be with me in the sacred rite. That is more of an evocation, calling in. You're evoking the goddess to come into your circle and join your rite, join your sacred rite. So that's more of an evocation than an invocation. But as I said, these are just examples. I took them from a book. Get your own opinions, write your own examples, whatever the case may be. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Keep watching. Comments down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And keep watching for videos. Blessed be. This is essential difference between the two branches of magic. Invocation, the macrocosm floods the consciousness. In evocation, the magician, having become the macrocosm, creates a microcosm. Let's see, macrocosm, the great world or the universe, the universe considered as a whole. We as witches use invocations to call upon the gods and goddesses to circles and ritual spaces. We use evocation to summon spirits for protection and other needs. You can evoke deities as well as invoke spirits, etc. It goes either way. It depends on the needs and what you're doing at the time in your rituals or spells or practice or whatever the case may be. Evoking the element Earth. How to invoke the 5 elements. Meditating over your element as well as spending time outside with it, air and earth, by a stream or water, or by a fireplace for fire. Your element doesn't mean that it's necessarily your birth sign. You could be of a birth sign of fire and have an affinity to water because you're born near water or close to water or live by the ocean, a stream, a river. So if your element is water, by all means, you don't have to be a water sign. And it is the most solid and tangible one and contains in itself the essences of all other 4 elements, ether, water, fire, and air. Evocation is known as the unique form of magic using the void to call upon pseudo-elements. However, calling forth the elements is limited to the specific ones, mostly elements of fire, earth, air, water, and electricity, making elemental evocation a situational form of magic. What does the earth element represent? When placed with heaven, earth represents matter, while heaven stands for spirit. As one of the 4 elements, earth can be ground, stability, a foundation for life, and for the structures of man and nature. It is represented by the cube or the square and the colors brown, black, or yellow. What is the spiritual power of the earth element? The earth element teaches us about stability and groundedness. What is the chakra? What chakra is the earth element associated with? The Muladhara chakra. The earth energy is associated with the base chakra known as the Muladhara chakra in Sanskrit. Located at the base of the spine, this chakra connects us through our physical bodies to the energy of the Mother Earth. We feel this energy through our bones, muscles, and tissues. How do we connect with the earth energy? This can be achieved by walking barefoot, placing your bare hands on the ground, or using a grounding system. What is the earth element in numerology? Numbers 2, 5, and 8 come under the element of the earth that makes us a person determined and consistent. Absence of these numbers indicates a lack of the earth element. To balance this element, one can use items directly connected to the earth, such as stones, rocks, gemstones, or crystals. And that concludes the earth elemental look at through invocation and evocation. Okay, so we've studied our earth element and its link to invocation and evocation. Keep looking as we go down further the chain and around the star, looking at all the elements. Blessed be, have a good night, and see you next time.